Welcome to ECN Trade Daily Video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration. Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you very much for joining me. Well, the Australian dollar traded steadily overnight and still keeping a mild bullish tone is now tackling that resistance of 74.90 after printing a high of 86. Although the bulls still appear to have the upper hand, could see further pressure to the upside today, but I still view the market will actually eventually back away from this level and look towards the 74.25 minus support and beneath there firmer at 73.80.95 and reassess from there. The euro attempted to rally higher overnight but struggled and printed a high of 112.62 just beneath that resistance that you can see here that comes in at 112.80 figure. Although I expect to see further failure towards the top side, the US dollar index did record a fresh 6-month low last seen in November at 96.68 after initially rising towards a high of 97.32 before dropping away in the New York session. The market will probably be a little bit on the quiet side today and wait for the figures that are expected to come out of the US. But first of all, the FOMC meeting, which is out on Thursday at 4 a.m. In Sydney time, which we'll be looking for clues of how the Fed is thinking and also if there's any possibility to a June hike. Then later on we have the weekly US unemployment claims, and then on Friday we have the US core durable goods orders and the preliminary GDP. Support now comes in at 111.85 as minor, and then beneath there at 110.70.90 and reassess from there. Well, dollar yen still holding to a bearish case as the market now looks towards that support, coming in at minor at 110.70 and at 110.05.15. It is viewed a break beneath there would give further exposure to 108. But I am on the suspicion that the market may actually now start to be forming a base from there and could see a rejection to take the market up towards 111.60 with a cap still holding at 111.90.05. So in the near or short term, we're not too far away from seeing a reversal because these indicators are now completely or mostly unwound from the overbought condition. Well, the UK slipped overnight on the 130 handle and could lose further ground with the Brexit concerns returning over the divorce bill, according to the EU, amounts to €100 billion. The UK did threaten to quit talks if no agreement is reached with its EU peers, while the Prime Minister Theresa May suggested that the money paid in the past ought to be taken into account into the final figures. It is also worth noting that the Brexit negotiations are due to start on the 19th of June, just before the UK election on June the 8th. The market in gold still holding to a bullish sentiment, so those are trading still look towards 12.70 to 72 as we now see the resistance at minor at 62. Towards that level I expect to see probably a bearish defense, but that being said, a break above there would trigger towards a target of 12.89 to 95 before the bears are likely to retaliate, and that level comes in pretty much around these tops here. Support on the day is seen at 56 and lower firmer at 51. Wrapping up with oil, well, the market still looks towards that 51.70 level, although a slightly quiet night. It is anticipated that we are now waiting for the OPEC meeting on Thursday, and if the OPEC does extend the production cuts, then the reality is that the kicking of momentum would actually see further a rally as the market may dry up supply in the near term and look towards a target of around 53.35.45 or towards the highs coming in around 54 to 55. Support on the day is now seen at 50.55 a barrel and firmer beneath at 49.60.70. So that wraps up my daily video. Thank you very much for joining me. As always, look out for the intraday report that will be released shortly, and I hope you have a great day ahead.